Good viewers, this is Gossip with Queen, and I am Queen Madu. Theresa May, the Prime Minister of Britain, came on an official visit to Nigeria, and she said something striking while she was addressing the press. Actually, she said that Nigeria has over 87 million poor people, like who lives below $1 to 90 cents a day. That is below poverty rate.
Extremist groups, such as Boko Haram and Al-Shabaab, are killing thousands. Most of the world's poorest people are Africans. And increasing wealth has brought rising inequality, both between and within nations. For example, much of Nigeria is thriving, with many individuals enjoying the fruits of a resurgent economy. Yet 87 million Nigerians live on less than $1.90 a day, making it home to more very poor people than any other nation in the world.
To think that in 2015, they rated Nigeria as the highest country with the poorest people in the whole world after India. India was first, and Nigeria has taken over. You know, the most painful part is that India has over 1.3 billion people, and Nigeria just has 170 million people. For Nigeria to be the highest poverty-rated people in Nigeria is staggering. It's not far from the truth. It's the truth. We have the highest displaced people, internally displaced people in the country. Almost all the states have such people. And you can imagine the rate such people are living, especially in the north. I think the highest here in Nigeria is in the north, where we have a whole lot of populace there that are living below $1. It's saddening. And of course, we all know the reason why all these things are like that. When a government is actually not working, what do you actually expect? Nobody is even talking about creating jobs. NYC released more than 2,000 core members every 3 months. More than having each state. I'm not talking about the entire, then compare that 2,000 times 37. Then you know how many graduates have been thrown out there. Why even the country before, when there are poor school facilities, people don't, the government schools are so dilapidated. Why people won't be poor when no empowerment, no women empowerment, no men empowerment, nothing. The only thing that the government are out there for is their own selfish interest. So maybe the president of United States of America, Trump, who allegedly said that Buhari, the president of Nigeria, is lifeless, may not be far from the truth. Because there is a definition for lifeless. A lifeless being is someone that when he is speaking, you will sleep off while he's speaking or addressing the press. A lifeless person is someone that always escapes talking to the press. A lifeless person is when things are happening around the country and he does not say anything. A lifeless person is someone that knows that the country does not have good facilities, hospital, and he still has the mind to travel abroad. A lifeless person is someone who knows that there are a lot of issues in Nigeria and he's only concerned about people that have collected money when this administration is the worst when it comes to corruption. So maybe we should really sit down and think, why would a president of another country call this president lifeless? There are reasons. It's a definition. You sit down, you calculate it. If 87 million populace out of 170 million are poor, then the leaders are lifeless. Not just the president, maybe the governors are lifeless too. Go down to the local government, there is something really wrong. Yes, this country is totally messed up, if I can be permitted to use that word. The Constitution is not helping. Nothing is helping. When you take people that even go to school to lead, the first time I heard that, I felt it's an insult, it's a blow. Like, how can this man insult 170 million people to call their leader lifeless? But when you sit down and think, you know that maybe somehow this way are working our consciousness to do the right thing. 2019 is forthcoming. We really need to make right decisions. Otherwise, we will keep suffering for the next 4 years. And they will keep heaping insult on us. Not just rating us as the most poorest country in the world, they will keep heaping insult upon insult. And they are not far from the truth. People are actually suffering. A lot of people are migrating to other countries. Ghana that we drove off are not driving us back. That Nigeria should go. Formerly it was Ghana must go. Now it's Nigeria must go. It is that bad. Nobody cares about the youth. The only problem is, the only thing they use the youth for is political propaganda. You know, now that the election is coming forth, the only thing they are concerned about is how they will use the youth for their thuggery actions. Give them pedigree from their own money. Siphon the rest. Give their children the best of education. Send them abroad for treatment while people wallow in poverty. While people suffer in poverty. While people die out of mere sickness like malaria. It is that bad. People actually die out of malaria. There are places you will go, you will kneel down and say, God, I am privileged. In fact, I am one of the richest in the country. Because a lot of people are indeed suffering. There is no social amenities, bad rules. There are things, there are welfare that are supposed to. Do you know that America creates welfare for the unemployed? If you're unemployed, you already have a fund they pay you. Italy does it. They pay you for a couple of years. Then when you get a job, they start taking that money bit by bit from your salary to help another person. Such things is not in Nigeria. Even students are not giving loans. So everything is just by the grace of God. This is a pure jungle. I hate it when they call Nigeria a zoo.
If I describe Nigeria as a zoo, how many of you would disagree? How many of you will disagree with me when I say that Nigeria is a zoo?
Yes, if you call Nigeria a zoo, you are glorifying it. Nigeria is a pure jungle where the fittest survive. That's just the truth. If you calling Nigeria a zoo is giving it those big glory and wearing it a very mighty crown. I don't know when you see a very beautiful queen with a wonderful crown. Calling Nigeria a zoo is doing that. This country is a pure jungle. We really need to bring our hands together and send them packing. Let them leave the government. Politics is power. I always try to remember the youth. And we have the power. When you have that subconsciousness that politics can bring anything you want to your doorstep, you appreciate politics. That is why they can kill to be there. Have you ever thought of it? Why do those people go extreme when it comes to politics? Because they know that is where the power lies. With politics, if I become the president of the country and I have Biafra at heart, the first thing that comes to my mind is how to bring it to power. That's just the truth. My point is, Nigeria is a lost cause. But we can make it right when we take this man, this old, fiddled, hopeless, lifeless, illiterate out of power and bring intellectuals, young-blooded, if there's a word like lifeful or full of life, into power. Then the country will smile, everybody will enjoy. And all these issues here and there will be solved once and for all. Like I always say, drop your opinions in the comment section about this topic. Let us analyze, bring our heads together. Tell me what you think about what Donald Trump talks about, and about what Donald Trump said, or what he allegedly said, because he actually denied it. So you tell us what you think. Is Buhari indeed lifeless? Secondly, May Theresa said that Nigeria has 87 million poor people. Tell me if that is true, because for me it is more than that. If that is true, for me it is really 190% of the populace in Nigeria are poor. We are really living below standard. So drop your comment section, and thank you for your thumbs up for my other videos. Keep watching them as I bring you wonderful, spicy, most trending news as to the heart.
Nigeria is broken. Over 115 million people still living below poverty line. The future of the youth have been destroyed. Recycled old politicians have driven Nigeria to the middle of nowhere. And hope for freedom remains uncertain. Which way, Nigeria?
People who are in authority always look like they're so powerful. But if we, the Davids, rise up and challenge them and confront them, you will find that they can fall. So we underestimate our power. And that's what Nigerians need to get out of. I am taking my own responsibility as a citizen. Look, I don't have to run for president. I can sit down, I'm a professor, ex-central banker, I can make money in consulting, I can just go around and live a quiet life and enjoy my success. But what does that mean when 100 million people, 120 million people are living in absolute poverty? I now need to make the sacrifice, which is the sacrifice I'm making, the sacrifice of my time, the sacrifice of my life and limb and security, the sacrifice of my resources. So I'm acting as a citizen of Nigeria who has a vested interest in the well-being of this country. So imagine if you had a president or a governor who fought along the same lines, and then there's synergy between the public sector and the private sector. The wealth of nations will explode in Nigeria. And that's the vision I have. That's my dream. I am a Nigerian.